Hello, so this is a tutorial on the Peace and Love Rally card game and how kids can make their own cards. So here we have a blank space where the image of the character will go, and now we've got the north, east, south, and west. That's important. But notice also the end is at the top so that way the kid can put their name, the name of the character, and maybe right at the bottom their own name. Information about the character. Nothing too deep, but if it's found in grassy areas, if it flies, if it floats, things of that sort. You can also put information in here in the notes areas, things like does it like tacos, Then we've got the information of the character, and then we've got the correction of the character. So the story behind Peace and Love Riley characters is that these characters have arrived in this reality because they need to learn something. So they need to learn something because of the correction. So that's where the kid writes down their correction. So if this is a character that gossips, then that would be a correction. It was gossiping about their friends, and so their friends started to stop talking to them, and then they were pegged a gossiper. Now, the repair is what this character does in order to repair the correction, so that way the child can leave and the character remains in order to continue to teach the lessons to other characters as they come by. So the repair would be in this particular for Telefanny, for instance, it's the situation where she is a gossiper. It would come in, or he is a gossiper because it's gender neutral, depending on the character that arrives through the soul of the individual. So repair is basic for Telefanny. She becomes a newscaster. In this case, it would be a female. So she becomes a newscaster, and she utilizes her desire to gossip in a more proper way. And then, even further, the questions are posed what about entertainment news, and what about news? And so the moral questions are placed upon the character. Now, the moves here we have north, east, south, and west. This corresponds to north, east, south, and west, where the sign is what you're using. So if you're using the north move, your character faces north. If you're using the east move, then you would flip the card over in order so that this E would face that way, your opponent. If you're using the south, same, you would flip it so that S would face your opponent. Whatever letter it is that you're using, you would have them face your opponent. That's why the letters are there. Now, the moves are based on two dice. They are not to be combined together unless the moves denote that they are to be combined together. For instance, you could do a move, something simple. It would be a move where it's if you get two odds, then you get 6 points. Another move could be if you add the two dice together that you have that you roll, that's your point. Another move could multiply them together. So another move could be multiply them times 5, those numbers then times 5. So you could see that it has to be rooted on those two dice because it depends on what the child gets from those two dice that equate to the equation. So that's the way people ought to be thinking about it. Can moves be combined with other characters? Yes. And you can build this world even further, but it all has to be in the notes so that way each player can play. Now we've got wisdom, love, peace, happiness, and truth and unity. Those are the stats. 1 through 6. They cannot be repeated. So if your love is 6, you cannot have your truth be 6. You have to disperse the numbers 1 through 6 evenly. The types of the characters, I have those. I can give those. I'm gonna have those as a PDF on sticker format, so that way they can be placed on here. And now, what is amazing about this format is that the child can now draw their character on there. And I'll also be making a video about how to turn them into stickers. So that's another really great thing. So they can draw them in larger format, scan them, have their parents scan them, and have them placed as a sticker on there. It's a great tool because it allows inner introspection. Is that even a word? Introspection from the child to address their own individual situations and be able to help themselves become a better human being. Mathematical issues are brought into form. It's a dance based. All these moves are non-violent in format, so it's about addressing a challenge with dance. The stats, they are peace, love, rally, unity. I mean, it's motivational elements. The types, I don't have them up right now. Let me see if I can bring them up really quickly. I probably can. Let's see how quickly they can come up. And while they're coming up, oh wait, they're coming. Oh, there we go. So the types, here are the types. And these are stickers are formatted so that way they will be formatted so that way they fit into those slots. We've got soul, liquid, adhesive, arthropod, chemistry, cold, crystal, day, digital, earth, electricity, flower, heat, light, magnet, magic, metal, mind, night, plastic, rainbow, sand, sound, and wind. Now, it's at the if you look even a little bit further, it'll tell you it's strong against. So it'll list all the information, and I will have this as a PDF so that you can have the child reference to it and share it with the parents and whatnot. Now, this is what my school version of the card game looks like. So the school version only has 2 moves, therefore making it a little bit simpler. And you can see warm 2-step +3 if you roll even, midnight conga +2 if you roll odd. The later moves, and you can see the information is resonance found of rally found at night. They do not have their repairs on here. They do not have that information. Because I've removed this bottom, it's opened up a little bit more space, so I've been able to add in the further characters. I also am including this PDF. If you would like it, let me know. You can email me at frnr77@gmail.com. And in a few months, I will be starting a Kickstarter to make the 4th version, the second version of the game, which is a 4-card move. And then introducing some little extra secrets that the kids are going to be blown away by this whole new, what? Where did this come from? Yes, it's going to be amazing. So utilize those tools, and thank you so much for your time, and I really appreciate it. And I know that this is going to revolutionize education, and it's going to bring the fun in a word that has education in it. Yes, in, I don't know, fanatical about education. Fanatical is not, that's not a good education lesson. Uh, spelling, right? Spelling, that's what it is. Thank you, and I wish you a wonderful, 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 wonderful year.